Good morning, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. I hope all is well. I hope you guys are having a great day. I want you guys to come in and I don't know, we're gonna do an outfit check. Okay, I'm feeling myself this morning. I'm looking really good. I have actually put the work in with my body and I'm loving my results. I'm loving how your girl fit is fitting this morning. It took me a minute to get back to where I was at. And I just gotta brag on myself because I'm gonna tell you something. When you take time to put work in with your body and with yourself, don't that shit look good? Just check it out. Don't that shit look good? I mean, the booty ain't popping like always, but I mean, it's there, right? But check out them hips, check out them curves, and I still got the little pooper going. You know what I mean? Check out the cheek cheese. Okay, I was just bragging on myself last night to a friend. Okay, didn't know me since I was a little fart. Okay, and I got the little earrings. I got the little heart earrings going. Okay, all right. I got the the little nails going. Little bracelets. Got the little thing on my head. I'm gonna take it off in a minute, y'all. But I just want to brag on me right quick, cause sometimes we don't brag on ourselves enough. We don't give ourselves compliments. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna say this, y'all. When I was getting ready to put my clothes on, I said, I'm not gonna wear that. But when I first put it on the first time, I was like, "Oh, I'm showing too much." But I said, "I'm a woman, and I'm single. I'm not married. I got a ring on my finger. I might be dating a little bit, but baby, I'm gonna give my man something to look at. Okay? Because sometimes we don't give a man enough to something to look at. Now, I was always told to let a man wonder what you got. But baby, just because you need to wonder a little bit don't mean you can't floss. Okay? So, yeah, I got some skinny legs on, skinny jeans. Okay, and I got this little summer shirt. Okay, it's hot outside. We need the girls out. You know what I mean? We need the girls out. The only thing is that I put on undies today. Okay, I put on undies. Okay, because I know some of the ladies, we in this type of situation, we wear thongs. Okay, especially when we got something that's fitting right. We wouldn't look. Okay. Move forward. So, it has little baggy arms on it. The little baggy arms. Okay, the African culture thing. Okay, but they ain't staying like they're supposed to, but that's okay. Okay, so I got my turmoil on, my black bracelet, my black turmoil, my protection, spiritual protection. Okay, and I have my sandals on. I have some little burgundy sandal that kind of actually fits good with my feet. Okay, so I'm gonna say this, y'all. I was just bragging about myself last night, how I was eating healthy, how I knew I was gaining weight, how I knew I needed to change something, how I knew y'all said a lot of things I was saying like I couldn't afford to buy. And then I took the chance and said, let it be known like, hey, it's the reason why I'm changing. When you're going through spiritual attacks and you start working on yourself, you start putting the work in on your body, you don't see those results. Because you're you looking at you. But when you put that fit on and that fit start looking good, you know it's tea when them two fingers start tapping. I'm gonna tell you something. What I was doing the other day. Oh my gosh, my coffee. But I just really want to stand here and give you this. Let me give you a little close up. Now that's my little thing there. But I would say I'm not uncomfortable. You would think that this is uncomfortable. When I can pull them up from the back, they just right. Okay. And I ain't gotta, press to pull up or pull down, but I need a little work back there. That's okay. It's okay. Okay, with them hips. It's helpful. I'm gonna tell you something. When I noticed I started losing weight, I started seeing my stomach get smaller and my breasts get bigger. I don't know about you, y'all ladies, divine feminites, if you're in a position where you're trying to work on yourself. And I'm gonna say this, I'm not in the gym. I'm not in the gym. Okay? So just imagine if I was to get in the gym and put the work in, baby, I would be but moving forward. So in this type of situation, y'all, I start going to the gym. I I stopped. I started like literally eating healthier. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you something. Big girls were in my family. Plus size women were in my family. There's not too many small women in my family, but most of us we got them hips. Okay, we got them hips, and in some situations, when you start working on yourself, you start to slim down. And that was me. I started to slim down. I always had a shape, but when you get big and that stomach starts sagging, it hide a lot of those good things, those good parts. And I was looking in the mirror at myself the other day, last night actually, which I always look in the mirror and I observe my body. And I was like, if I was to ever, really want to be in a relationship with somebody, like I would want my person to see me. And I'm talking about see my curves, not to see my dents, my red flags. You know what I mean? I want them to see my boutique. You know what I mean? And sometimes we gotta work on ourselves if we want something. You know what I mean? If you want somebody that looks nice, that man gonna want that woman to look good. You could be smart, intelligent, nice looking, but sometimes it's hard for a man to find a woman that have all qualities. And I'm talking about intelligent mindset, business mindset, something going for themselves, looking forward for something in life. Not even only that, but sometimes you get those women, and we are plus size women. And men are satisfied, but to the point where a woman's so comfortable with themselves, they let themselves go. And that's what a lot of women don't realize. When you get somebody and you love them, they don't need to let yourself go because they love you and they're showing you love. That means keep working on yourself. Keep that man interested. Keep that man wanting. You know what I mean? Sometimes we want to spark it up. We're in a game weight, we can't even spark it up. We feel confident. So at the end of the day, I'm going to say this. Put the work in what you want and what you're looking for, and everything else will flow. Okay? It'll flow. Because I didn't always have this type of confidence. I had to build me up. Okay? Through heartache and pain, sufferings, and all these things, I had to build me up. But one thing I can say, I kept me up. I stayed looking good. I don't care what was going on, what was happening. I kept myself up. And sometimes when I can get to the point where I don't give a damn, just know Eric got something going on. Okay? And right now, she focused on what's going on. Because she's handling it. Okay? When you balance it out, that should start to show when you balance it out. Okay? And girl, baby, honey. Ooh, watch it because I'm hot. Ooh, don't touch me. Let me stop. You not gotta be funny, right? You not gotta have a little sarcastic in there. Okay? But check me out. I'm so confident. Okay? But I'm gonna say this, y'all. I put this outfit on the other day. I'm gonna say about 2 weeks ago, I put this outfit on, the same exact outfit. And the first thing I said was, ooh, I'm showing too much. And I'm like, today I was like, you know what? I was beating, like I can feel my person tapping my energy. And I'm gonna tell you something. I was heard, oh, you need to put some paint, you need to put them, I know I had a vision of some white capris. And I got some white capris in there. Now the white capris fit me like this, like they show my shape. And I said to myself, I'm single. I worked on me. I took time with myself. I have every right to explore myself, explore my work. Because I'm going to tell you something, when you run across men that want to be in control, consistency with you, you start to see that jealousy. You start to see that some people don't really care about how you look. You start to see that a man like it when you apart away from yourself, because then it gives them the right to put you down. And then when a man puts you down, it hit different. So when you confident, a man can't make you pull you down, because you know deep within you put that work in with yourself. And that shit ain't going nowhere. Okay? It ain't going nowhere. When you put that work in on yourself and you give yourself credit and you can sit, you looking at your work, baby. Some men that walk up to you and be wanting to talk to you, you know goddamn well they can't stand a chance. Okay? And you baby, look here. When they say bougie, this ain't even the beginning. This just the half. The half of the beginning. I done passed the beginning with the half. Half time. Anyway, I ain't pulling no cards. I'm too fine. I'm too fine today. I'm a mess. I be feeling myself, y'all. Feeling myself this morning. I don't give a damn what go on. The world could be upset, but I'm gonna make it. I'm like, hey, now, shit. Y'all mad? You better smile. The world could be angry as hell. Today, not with me. I'm letting it all fall. Okay? I'm gonna stand up just on purpose. You see me, girl? Come along, come get here. Let me stop. I'm so childish. But that's me being a free spirit, you know, so. Yeah, guys, I had to come here and brag on me because, you know, a lot of women don't do that. A lot of women don't take they can take their time with themselves, but really don't take time to give themselves enough credit. Sometimes we're hard on ourselves and we don't even realize that we're really hard on ourselves until like our day done unwind and we done actually like, how would I say this, we done actually like took time during the day to, you know, see what all we accomplished, and we realized we're like, hey, I can really say I was hard on me. But now I'm unwinding. It's like, okay, I'm okay being hard on me. And sometimes we don't give ourselves credit. We don't. We're always going. We're always going and going and going. And we're always, you know, focused on other things. Sometimes you realize you ain't even checked in with self. The other day I had realized I had been praying. And it seemed like to me I was being reminded to pray, and I was. As though like they were being my God, or they didn't want me to not pray, but I felt as though like something was blocking me from praying, and that person was reminding me to pray. And I said, that's not of God. I had to be real with myself. And then when I sat back and thought about it, I said, why haven't I prayed yet? And I said, I need to pray. And I heard my person get up this morning and said, pray. And I said, this person's playing both sides, but more to the story of the matter of the situation, because I'm getting on this person, and I'm talking about myself, but I'm putting this person in bother, and that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to make my point clear for you guys to understand. Being a woman, dealing with narcissistic tendencies, it's not easy. When when you balance out yourself, it becomes, like a breakthrough. It's a breaking. You start to realize that, and when you work on yourself, you actually start appreciating yourself when you start noticing that. And I'm gonna say this because I jumped from one subject to another, and I'm noticing that, and I want to check myself right quick. So I noticed when I start not working on myself, but when I start seeing, hold on, wait a minute, let me get my creamer. Let me get my creamer. Hold on, y'all, I'm coming. What I was about to say. So I'm gonna tell you what I experienced. I saw myself praying. I was praying. I'm gonna say I saw myself, whatever. I'm saying what I make me comfortable now. Now, I saw me praying. And I'm gonna tell you something. When I was praying, this is the second time I said this. I didn't pray for myself. And I'm gonna tell you something. When you're a true prayer and you pray, I don't care if it's small. You understand me? A prayer is a prayer. Okay? And it depends on what you pray, what you ask, what you seek, and what you're saying. And when I noticed I wasn't praying for myself, I said, God keeping me for a reason. Because other people that I pray for, they need that prayer. They need that prayer. And sometimes you don't even realize that what the person needs until God starts saying, hold on, I'm going to just focus on you. Because see, we putting in the spiritual work. And when God can trust you to pray for somebody else, and God say, okay, I see you making an effort, that means that you can be trusted spiritually. When you can be trusted spiritually in these times that we're in, and the divine see your worth and values, that means they can trust you in every other position that you go through or that you're going to experience, to bring someone out, to be a leader, to be a confidant, to be a motivational speaker in what our reality is or what we're making our reality of. Because you can see that your focus is on other people, but you can have your own personal situation. But when it comes to that spiritual, that prayer, we miss that about ourselves. And I noticed that the other day. I said, God, I ain't praying for myself. I'm praying for everybody else. I can pray about my situation. That don't mean that you're praying for you, because you're praying about your situation. You're praying about the situation. That's two different things. And when I realized that, I had to self-check myself and say, God, I need to pray with me. So sometimes we can sit with ourselves in our own space and wonder about everything else, about surrounding our situation. And at the end of the day, we ain't putting back in what we gave out. We ain't giving it spiritually. And I'm saying, like, you know how you pray for somebody? We're not praying for ourselves. That's what I mean. Sometimes it takes time to do that. And best believe, if I brought it up, it's coming. Okay? All right. Whew. Your girl is confident. I'm not gonna lie, I feel some type of way with these titties I know. Cause I was always told, when you're a big size, plus size woman, it ain't always good to let everything hang, but this shit look here, it look well put together. I feel bad for the person that left me behind, honey. Cause baby, your girl gonna flourish, okay? I'm gonna flourish. I am not just to hide me no more. I am not to be hidden, okay? Don't hide yourself, divine beings. Y'all stay blessed. Bye. Goddamn. Now we're ending like that now. All right.